Hey friends, how are we doing today? So I know we haven't done a salad Saturday in quite a while, and today's not even Saturday, it's Sunday. So I'm going to do a salad Sunday with an orzo salad with a spicy buttermilk dressing. Here's a few things that you're going to need to get started. We're going to need buttermilk, and I'm just using Fry's brand of buttermilk. I know you're thinking buttermilk, fat. Actually, there's only 110 calories a cup and about 2.5% fat. So it's actually less fat than a cup of actual regular 2% dairy milk. Dairy milk has about 120 calories and 5 grams of fat per cup. So, and it's not thick enough to do very well for a dressing anyway, so that's why we're going with the buttermilk. It's also calling for 1 cup of corn. So for the corn, I'm again just using Kroger brand corn. You can cook it if you need to, if you're kind of on time constraints. Actually, I just let mine sit out and thaw for about 20-30 minutes. That way it's not that frozen consistency. We're also going to use cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes. I love the assorted colors. That's why I always kind of buy those. It has nothing to do with taste. It's just that I like to eat my colors and I think they're really pretty. I'm also going to be using avocado mayo. If you don't have avocado mayo, you can use whatever mayo you have. You're also going to need garlic, and yes, I go the fast way. I buy the jarred garlic. Green onions, cilantro, 1 can of black beans. You're going to rinse and drain these. We're also going to need some limes for the dressing. Sour cream. I like the Daisy brand sour cream. I also like the Daisy brand cottage cheese. They don't use a ton of artificial ingredients in their food. Literally, when it looks at ingredients, cultured cream. The cottage cheese is basically the same thing. It's like a cultured milk. A lot of the other brands, there's a lot of stuff in them that I can't pronounce, so I try to do the simpler, the better. Spices for the dressing, besides the buttermilk and sour cream, you're also going to need chili powder, a little cayenne pepper, or you can use another red pepper, maybe even a chipotle red pepper if you want, black pepper, and kosher salt. Oh, you're also going to need your orzo. 1 cup of orzo cooked to the package directions. Usually that one, you put it in the boiling water for al dente. You're going to cook it for about 9 minutes. I have mine actually cooking over here at the moment. So I'm going to start chopping, getting some things together. I'm going to grab a bowl and we'll get started. See you in a minute. All right, so the orzo is done cooking, and now we're actually going to start making the salad. So we have the bowl of the corn that we had let out thaw. So we're going to add that to our orzo, and then we're actually going to add the black beans that we rinsed and drained. So let's add that in. Okay. All right. And now we are going to add our tomatoes. Now, I like using the colored tomatoes. I think kind of have that theory of it, you eat your colors, it makes your plate look a little bit more appetizing. So these are actually pretty large. So there are some smaller little cherry tomatoes in here. Those, if you want, you can half them. If you're using grape tomatoes, you can definitely just have to half those. Those are definitely a little smaller. But for these, we're actually going to quarter them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut them in half, and then I'm going to cut them in half horizontally. That way they kind of look like a quartered tomato. So let's get that started. All right, we're also going to do 3 green onions or scallions, whichever you prefer to call them. And I'm actually going to chop these up into the green area. I like having a little bit of that green in with my salad. I think it just adds a little bit of flavor. All right, so we have the orzo, the thawed corn, the tomatoes, black beans, and the green onions placed in our bowl. So now we're going to start working on the dressing. So with this one, buttermilk, I always shake up the buttermilk. Just, I feel like it settles on the bottom just a little bit. We'll do a 1/4 cup of the buttermilk. I'm just going to place that here. We're going to do a little bit of chopped cilantro as well. I don't know if you have an easy way of getting the leaves off the stems. I just kind of sit here and pull them all off. I don't really know if there's an easy way to do it, and I don't like chopping the stems in. I don't like the stemmy pieces, so yeah. So we're gonna do about 3 tablespoons of the chopped cilantro. And then we're just gonna place that also into the bowl. We're gonna do about 3 tablespoons of limes. So I already have them half. I'm just gonna juice those. And that should be pretty close to 3. Usually about 1.5 limes is about 3 tablespoons. I have a tablespoon around here somewhere. Ooh, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oops. There we go. All right. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Just a hair shy on that third one, but not too much. All right. Then we're going to go with the garlic. Like I said, I use the already pre-minced, and we're going to do 2 cloves. So if you're using fresh garlic, that's fine. You're going to do 2 cloves of that. I'm a garlic lover, so I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of garlic. And then we're also going to do 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. So I'm going to rinse my spoon. Dry that off really quick. Okay. And 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. That's one thing with these, you kind of have to get at the bottom, otherwise, you know, it makes that crazy noise. You know, kids love it, but you know, not for video purposes. Okay. So there's 2 tablespoons of mayo, and then I'm also going to do 2 tablespoons of sour cream as well. So let's go 2 tablespoons sour cream. Perfect. All right. Now we're going to do 1 teaspoon of chili powder. I'm going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. A 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And then I'm using cayenne again. If you are using a chipotle red pepper, you could do a 1/4 teaspoon. With the cayenne, I'm only going to do 1/8 of a teaspoon. I don't like super spicy food. Little spice is good, a lot of spice not so good for me. So it's up to you how spicy you want your food. You want it really spicy, add a little extra. All right, so I am actually just going to use the same spoon that I was using with the mayo and the sour cream to stir this up really good. And then we're just going to combine it with our Orzo tomato corn black bean mixture here. All right, so everything is now mixed together, and this is wonderful. It's really super easy. It's a really great summer salad. It's light, it's refreshing, and it doesn't take a lot of cooking. You're only cooking the Orzo, and everything else is fresh. Which in Arizona, we don't really want to heat up our kitchens very much because it's 110 degrees outside. So potluck, nice family summer salad. This is a great way to go. One other great thing about this, if you want, you can add a little avocado on top of it. Again, maybe if you're doing a potluck, you could have the avocado on the side. I'm not sure, you know, avocados, they don't stay green for very long. So again, my little trick on this one, if you want to dice it up, just kind of come right through here, and then it scoops out nice. If you want to actually do little wedges, then you could do wedges on top of it. But again, this is going to be a really nice, refreshing summer salad. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know, comments, feedback. If you make it, did you like it? Did you hate it? Hopefully you love it. Anyway, enjoy, and hopefully I'll see you soon.